The following is a special presentation of ESPN on ABC.
It's Fee Week on ESPN as we continue Jim Valvano's fight against cancer.
It is a gorgeous day here in Waco. Fans making their way into the Farrell Center as we get set for a top 6 matchup. The lights are out, introductions taking place, and you're watching the Big 12 on ABC. How about this matchup for you? Number 6 Villanova taking on number 2 Baylor, the defending national champs. Welcome courtside, everybody. John Shambi alongside the Hall of Famer Dick Vitale. All right, start with this. Welcome to Waco, your first trip here.
Wow, just so excited. And the pre-game, with the introduction, just blew me away. Everyone just love them getting. It's unreal. Brings you to tears. But I'm so excited to be here, excited to join you, because we got one heck of a matchup.
Yeah, great matchup. You're talking about the defending national champs, a Baylor team. They lost a lot of talent. You go back and look at last year. Obviously, the celebration, first national championship in school history, and gone are those 4 guys: Butler, Mitchell, Teague, and Vital. But they're really good, Dick.
Well, they just loaded up with new names. Right now, they sit at number 2. Question is, will they be number 1 at the end of today? Because they're facing a real challenge. When you look at Villanova, team lives by the 3. They don't turn the ball over. 2 strengths. On the other side, you're starting to look at Baylor. They do a great job forcing turnovers and certainly shutting down the 3. So what prevails? What prevails? I'm going to tell you this. You look at Villanova. How good have they been? They've lost 2 games. In both games, they were leading by 10 points in the second half. Purdue and UCLA, and not at Villanova. These games are away. One was on a neutral. They can play. They're fundamentally solid. They make shots. But I love the line by Jay. He said, if we go out, we shoot the 3s, baby. And if we go out and make them, we're going to be in great shape. If we don't, we are going to sleep right in the streets, baby, in Philadelphia tomorrow.
Shoot them up or sleep in the streets. That's what he said. When you make them, they love you. When you don't make them, they say, nope, can't come home, you sleep in the street. But the 3 is going to be in the air a lot today, that's for sure.
I mean, they shot 50 against Syracuse.
Yep.
They averaged 33s a game. 50% of their shots are threes. Oh, John, I'm excited to be here, man. Are you kidding me? This is the best medicine that I could ever get. Being at courtside.
How about Scott True?
Wow.
First national championship, the job he has done. It's been amazing, and he has turned into one of the top coaches in the entire college basketball landscape.
Well, you think about what he's lost. He lost Mitchell. He lost Butler and Teague and Vital. He's now with the Kansas City Chiefs trying to be a tight end. You lose 4 guys like that, but nothing's changed. They're undefeated, and they're number 2 in America. The guy can coach.
Baylor wins the tip, and Meyer launches and buries one to start it, and the Bears on top.
He's had a really terrific start to the season. Played a lot last year, was instrumental in a lot of success they had. Coming off the bench, now he's one of the stars.
This is Gillespie handling. This is a very good shooting, but also a very good passing team. A little bit undersized, not a ton of depth. Good feed inside and a foul.
Great point you made, Boone. They do a tremendous job passing the ball. They're so fundamentally solid. They go on both feet, so they go left to right. They're so well coached. And that's the reason. That's the reason why Jay Wright is in the Hall of Fame. There's a reason he's there. Not just because he's good looks. My wife's seen him today. She says, please don't take any pictures next to him. I mean, he's so good looking.
Jay Wright, of course. These 2 programs have won 3 of the last 5 national titles. Jay Wright and Villanova, they've won it twice in 16 and 18. And that time, Dixon not able to hit. We got a lane violation. The foul was on Flo Thamba, and he also commits the lane violation.
He's the one starting at return. He's the guy that gets on the glass, does a lot of dirty work, and he's just a fierce competitor.
Yeah, Dixon drains that one. Villanova on the board. Flagler handling here with Colin Gillespie on him.
They got a great freshman kid in Kendall Brown. Very athletic, very highly rated, 5-star player.
This is Brown right here. Stops, scoops it up and in. Wow!
Wow! Oh my God! He must have heard us talking about how good he is. What a terrific play right there to drive to the goal.
You know, one of the best freshmen in the country, and he was previewed to be the top freshman in the conference.
Take a look at this here. Spin, underhand, on the glass.
Great look.
Kendall Brown, a diaper dandy. They defend well, too. I don't think people realize how good defensively Scott Drew's teams are. In the championship last year, they were phenomenal. It was never a contest. Dominated.
One of the threads for Scott Drew's success is teams always excellent on the offensive glass.
Villanova did a great job rebounding against Syracuse.
Brown misses. Thamba the rebound. It didn't hit anything, so the shot clock is winding down. Akinjo fires. And hits!
He's been around the block. Started off at Georgetown, went to Arizona, played with Sean Miller, transferred here, and he's been a factor here. He's been a Marco Polo now, the traveling man.
Number 2 and number 6. Likely, if Baylor wins this one, they will end up being the number 1 team in the country as Justin Moore drills a 3.
Well, Moore hit 2 big threes. They were really struggling with Syracuse. Second half, Moore hit through 2 threes, and they were off to the races with a W.
And they get a foul. That'll go on Kendall Brown. That is his first. All right, so top 10, Purdue coming off that shocking loss on the road against Rutgers. Ron Harper Jr. with the heave to win it. So Baylor with a win over a top 6 team likely would end up at the number 1 spot.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. They win here, they deserve to be number 1. Because this Villanova team has been tough on people no matter where they play.
How about some of the schedule for Jay Wright pre-conference? UCLA, Purdue.
And I really think that helps him. I really do. It helps him in the long run.
Samuels wanders inside. Thamba defends. That one knocked away, and Baylor comes up with it. Brown on the baseline. Couldn't get it to go.
Very quick with his first step. See, force and turn. Now, Villanova only turns the ball over 8 times a game. 8 times. And they make 11.9 threes a game. Those 2 factors will be big whether they win or lose here today on the road.
Gillespie, the hesitation. Remember, of course, it was Baylor eliminating Villanova in the Sweet 16 last year.
And Gillespie didn't play that game. He was out with a knee injury. And he's the heart and soul of the team. Really understands how to play. He and Moore are roommates. They've been together for 4 years. He's just a very, very solid, big-time college player.
Yeah, Colin Gillespie, the preseason player of the year in the Big East. Preseason first-team All-America. Villanova's already turned it over 3 times.
That's so rare. Well, Jay told us before the game, in the championship game, they were playing so last year championship, going for the championship in terms of the NCAA tournament. He said we turned it over 5 straight times in the second half after having a lead by 7.5. We got to avoid that.
Yeah, Scott Drew said that Villanova, that was their toughest game. Akinjo just inside the 3-point line, and Caleb Daniels pulls down the rebound. Slater with an opening, puts it up and over the rim, missed everything, and the Bears on the move.
But it's so quick when they get the ball back up the floor, Baylor.
Cryer can't hit, and inside they get a foul on Caleb Daniels. Everyday Jonathan Tchamwa is checked in for the Bears.
Tchamwa.
There you go.
Tchamwa. I must have did that 30 times in my room. You look at the mirror and you say, Tchamwa.
You haven't lived until Dick Vitale is following you around just saying Tchamwa. And that'll go back the other way, and a foul on Baylor. Bears with the early lead. When we come back, redemption for Colin Gillespie. Chris Button will have that.
Welcome back. When these two teams met up in the Sweet 16 last year, Villanova was out his star player, Colin Gillespie, had knee surgery, and because of COVID protocols, he couldn't even be with his team in the bubble. So he flew out to Indianapolis just to watch this game. He had to sit in the stands with the fans, texting his guys before and after the game. Justin Moore told me, we saw him up there and we wanted to play for him. So when this rematch was announced this summer, Gillespie said he was so pumped, a chance to finally get some redemption and play the Baylor Bears.
Well, they played twice, these two programs, once in 19 and then once, as Chris mentioned, in the 2021 Sweet 16. No Colin Gillespie in that one. Baylor has won both. I asked Jay Wright, will you or have you mentioned the loss last year to your team? He said all the time. He said that's the tape that we talk about and show to them about, okay, so this is what we can do against a regular team. This is what Baylor did against us. All the little things that Scott Drew's team able to do.
I think it's really great coaching. Evaluation, take the film, use it with a purpose, and Jay does that. Guy's such a winner. Little weave up on top. Oh, got a foul there. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the offensive foul, and they get that one on Kendall Brown. I think that's his second.
Tell you one thing, Scott told me, we are strong in the wings. Our wing players, when you talk Meyer, you talk Brown, those guys, we got depth there as well.
Matthew Meyer coming to the scorer's table. He's going to check in. Baylor by 4.
Gillespie's not been able to get any shots. They've been up in his face. Can't get any open looks.
Samuels puts it on the floor. Kicks out. Daniels a 3. And Akinjo tracks it down.
They got to find a way to get Gillespie some shots. Some screens for him. Ball movement.
This is their other prize freshman, Jeremy Sohan from England. New hairdos, a blue-gray is what he said he was going for. Steal, Gillespie takes it away.
A little better than my hairdo. Is the little one-on-one. Oh, missed the layup. Good spin move.
Akinjo from the elbow, a little too strong. Gillespie tracks it down.
Tell you one thing, both teams played so hard. You almost got a tournament environment here.
Yeah.
Not being as effective as you'd like them to be in terms of shooting and executing. Tough.
And they'll go possession arrow. It belongs to Villanova. A reminder, Saturday on the networks of ESPN, featuring a top 10 women's basketball matchup on ESPN2, and the at number 4 Stanford is in Knoxville to take on the undefeated number 9 Lady Vols. Coverage starts 5:15 Eastern, 2:15 Pacific.
I spoke with her. She came in to see me before the game. Nikki Collin has done a great job. They're 9-1 right now. Only loss was to Maryland. Lost, I think, a 3-point tough game, she said. It was really nice. She came in and tried to give me some encouragement, also battling cancer.
Loose ball, rebound. Baylor comes away with it. It's Sohan. Kick up ahead and Cryer.
They missed Sohan. He rebounded. He was in transition. Had himself a layup if they found him. You can see he's very athletic. He's going to throw Sohan. Nice drive.
Flagler gets it to go. Adam Flagler with the deuce.
He's had a little problem in his hand, but he seems okay. He was really very important to them last year, coming off the bench.
But for Flagler, the problem is that left hand, but crowd getting into this one as the Bears lead it by 6.
Boy, I tell you, making it tough for Gillespie to get any shots. Finally got it off. It's a tough shot. Tough shot.
Matthew Meyer kicks to the corner. Sohan. The smaller Gillespie on him. Jumper good.
That's a good
Gillespie wanted the foul.
That's a good looking freshman coming off the bench. Wow. Sohan, Kendall Brown. Let me tell you this. Baylor lost players, but they haven't lost talent. This is a very talented team.
How about this crowd here at the Farrell Center? Foul will be on Sohan. Chris Arcidiacono is checked in. One of the things Jay Wright talked about is just developing a little more depth. Trying to get a couple of minutes from his bench guys. I think he felt fatigue might have been an issue in those two losses. Gillespie ball fake. Arcidiacono. Out of bounds, and it belongs to Baylor.
People recognize that name. His brother was certainly a catalyst and a key to a national championship. Now an NBA player. He's come here, and this kid has worked his gut out to earn playing time.
No doubt.
Has heart, has a great understanding of the game, and he knows the culture of Villanova basketball.
Another 12 to go here in the first half, and Baylor with an 8-point advantage. If Baylor wins this game, they will likely be the new #1. Flagler from way downtown. And it ends up with Sohan and the Baylor Bears. He spins, loses it, a turnover, out of bounds, and it's our under 12 timeout. The defending national champs at home, great atmosphere. Scott Drew's team off to a great start. Well, the Baylor Bears defending national champs, and back in April, the parade. Scott Drew enjoying himself, and the fans absolutely loving it. Signing autographs, the championship trophy, the net, and there is the banner. 2021, and now consider for a second, last 5 national titles, because no tournament in 20. These two teams have collected 3 of the last 5. I think you could make the case they each had a pretty good chance to make it 4 of 6. They could have won in 20.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you this, when you look at it right now, the go-to championships, as Jay's done, is very unique.
Yeah.
You have multiple titles in today's day and age, the era that exists. But I think he's very smart playing that tough schedule. In fact, I think if that hurt Kentucky, they got beat by a really hustling squad at Notre Dame last night. 7 games in a row was against non-competition. And then all of a sudden you play somebody like that on the road. It makes it tough.
Jumper there, Justin Moore. That wouldn't go. That one tipped, collected by Samuels, but he couldn't finish.
Couple times they couldn't finish inside. I am so impressed with the athleticism and the quickness of this team from Baylor.
Good ball movement led to a wide open shot for Akinjo. He couldn't hit.
Akinjo's a guy that really makes those kind of shots as well.
Down to the ground, and possession arrow. It belongs to Baylor.
Oh, wow.
Well, Lorraine's got a pretty good seat next to Joanna and Chip Gaines there.
And Lorraine's liking whatever she's eating. But let me tell you that. Talk about stars in Waco.
Yep.
I mean, Chip and Joanna, they are absolutely mega superstars. I hope they come out to our gala. We're going to be honoring Scott Drew this year as one of our honorees on May 6th. So Chip and Joanna, Lorraine, you better try to get them. If you don't, I'm going to see a divorce lawyer.
Wow.
51 years. I'm giving her a threat. Lorraine, forget the popcorn. Talk to them about coming to the gala. Come on, Lorraine. She's such a trooper.
She was doing work during the commercial break.
She's such a trooper. She's
an amazing woman.
Carekeeper 50 years. She's amazing through my battle here, what she's done.
Bamba inside too strong, and it ends up with more. Villanova the other way, down by 8. And that time it's Caleb Daniels drilling a 3.
Well, they got a lot of guys that are lethal from the 3. But when you think about Gillespie and Moore take the most shots on the team. Gillespie averages 17 a game. Gillespie's got 1 shot in this game. And that's the defense effort by Baylor.
Akinjo Meyer wide open. Villanova, remember, coming off a win against Syracuse in Madison Square Garden. They attempted a team record 50 3-pointers. I asked Jay Wright pregame, what if I had told you 20 years ago, you know, you're going to play a game where you'll shoot 53 pointers? He said, I never would believe it.
He said, you were wacky. Wacky to think that.
Daniels on the move. And an offensive foul as Thamba's able to get there.
Baylor's defense has been superb. Superb. Forcing turnovers. Look at this defense. You don't get open looks. You don't get open looks. And right up in your face. They take great pride in that defense. Deflections. They are going after it. Challenging on shots. Doing all the things you want your team defense to do.
And you look at Villanova right there. 2 for 11 from the floor. Baylor with the rebound advantage. Jay Wright harkening back to that Sweet 16 loss. They were up by 7 at the half. And he said where the game turned was Baylor got into us defensively.
5 consecutive turnovers. He said 5 turnovers. And that's what Baylor does well.
Shot clock under 10. Meyer had it knocked away. Meyer has to hoist. Put back wouldn't go, and flying in for the board is Archie Diacono.
You know, I felt last year I'd worked against Sean McDonough. To me, whenever you got athletes that can also make threes like they did last year with Teague and Mitchell and Butler and Flagler, and then they do it defensively as well, that's really a tough combination. Tough to beat that.
Samuels inside and a little too strong for Dixon. They have had multiple point-blank looks that they haven't been able to convert Villanova.
Well, you know, Dixon, one of the most improved players, but right there in that sequence, you lay that ball on the glass. You put it on the glass. The glass is going to help you.
Wildcats have missed 5 straight field goal attempts.
You know, amazing, all of that, and only down 5.
Inside of the throwdown, Tchamwa Tchatchoua.
Every day, Jonathan, huh?
Top rebounder in the Big 12 is Everyday John, and he comes off the bench. Too strong, it comes right back to Dixon. Oh, that's a nice move by Slater. Absorbed the contact, put it in.
Yeah, Slater with a good drive right there. Switched hands. You know, you mentioned Jonathan and his rebounding prowess. If you chart his minutes and rebounds per minutes, he's off the charts. He's right up there with who's the best rebounder in college, the Sheboy.
Look at Akinjo. Well, James Akinjo, as Dick mentioned, transfer from Arizona. He was first team All Pac-12 last year. Closing on 7 to go first half. Long rebound, Gillespie has it from the free throw line.
He can't get a look. He cannot get a look. They're suffocating everywhere he goes. In his face, with a size on him, so very athletic.
Offensive foul.
That defense has been absolutely superb. I give them an A+. A+. Tchatchoua, here we go, baby. Watch somebody offense. Here we go. Up. There's the dunk. He's a big, strong guy. But watch this again. Here he goes. Tchatchoua. Essa.
All right, so you got the raffle going on here. You got a blue car, this gorgeous car.
Yeah, we got a blue metallic one because we sold out the first 2 cars, boo. We sold them out so quickly, 1,500 chances. All the money goes to the B Foundation for kids battling cancer. Go to dickvitale.com and get a raffle ticket because I know the Villanova fans and the Baylor fans are going to sell that baby out. We only have 1,500 chances at $100 per chance to help kids battling cancer. You can also, when you go there, get my new book, The Game I Love. And all those dollars that I would make goes for kids battling cancer.
Last day of V Week, and so an appropriate time. Go get yourself a raffle ticket and maybe get your hands on an amazing car, and all for a phenomenal cause. Flagler, step back, got it.
He can shoot it. No substitute for guys that can make shots. That would be my first criteria if I was recruiting. Find me some shooters.
Well, they had some guys last year that could get their own offense in Butler, Teague, and Mitchell. And yet here they are, the number 2 team in the country. Moore, step back from the elbow, and a rebound, Akinjo.
Oh, look at that quickness.
Sohan able to corral it, toss it to Akinjo.
But do they hustle? They really scrap. But both these teams do.
Akinjo, step back. It's a 3. Off the mark, Samuels the rebound. Dick, there's under 6 minutes to go. Villanova has 9 points.
9 points. And their leading scorer has not scored. He's got 1 look. He's got 1 look, Mr. Gillespie. What defense being played. But you know what? They really haven't capitalized on this great defensive effort and blown the lead away. I mean, the lead is right now. Another layup. 9 points.
Jameer Cosby Roundtree into the game, and he couldn't finish in close. And this time it's the freshman Kendall Brown.
Can't teach that. Can't teach that. Oh, wow. Chip loved it. Chip Gaines loved it. Wow. What a type of dandy.
Center, and the fans enjoying watching the home team a 20-9 lead. Here's that last play of the freshman Kendall Brown on the move.
What a quick drive.
Wow.
What a quick drive. In control over. Look at Chip. Chip Gaines says, I love it. I love it. Wow.
Kendall Brown, explosive athlete. A guy coming into this game was shooting 72% from the floor.
He knows a quality shot. His quality shot's a drive. Look at Gillespie, 1 shot. And it didn't go down. It was a tough one, too.
Samuels a 3. That's way off the mark. Here's Akinjo.
So it was only 9 points for Villanova, but a very calm huddle. Jay Wright trying to let them not panic. Said the shots are going to come. Just keep working, keep doing what we do past. They'll eventually fall.
Yeah, one of the things that Scott Drew talked about in regards to Jay Wright's team, he said they're scary because they're experienced and they're talented. So to Chris's point about what Jay's saying is there's not going to be any panic on the Villanova side when they get down or when the shots aren't falling early on.
That's the personality, certainly, of their leader, Jay. And Chris is right. But you know what's the amazing thing? They're not anywhere out of this. And they could have been. Could have been. But they have not, they're doing a good job defensively, keeping them in the game.
Slater here. He'll hoist from 3. That misses everything.
Okay, their threes have not even been close.
2 for 10 from beyond the arc.
They shoot 40% as a team, make 11.9 a game. They came out with a defensive game plan to cut off Gillespie.
Slater with the defensive rebound, and now Villanova trying to chip away at an 11-point deficit.
They've really come after the guards, Moore and Gillespie. Those 2 guys have to get going. The 2 leading scorers.
Defense continues to be outstanding for Scott Drew's team. Samuels inside. Kick out Moore. I mean, you talk about a defensive clinic. Akinjo got it.
Akinjo came the way of Arizona. What about Arizona? Arizona and Iowa State, to me, are the 2 biggest surprises in college basketball. Frank Michela's in the house. Frank's son, Matt, is on the staff of Villanova. Frank did a great job in an Iowa State game, talking about Iowa State's terrific team defense.
Cryer from the corner. And it rattles home.
Wow. Get a TO, baby. Wow.
A 16-point advantage. It's all Baylor here in Waco. Guys look forward to it, and look at that. Last 10 seasons, fewest first half points, 17. They've done it twice in 18 against Michigan and 2012 against USF. So, look, a credit to Scott Drew's group for the job they've done defensively, but Villanova's going to have to find some answers at the offensive end.
I certainly agree with you. No doubt about it, Boone. It's been the effort defensively by this team. They came in with a purpose, and they've really locked up on the guards. They have really made it tough. Gillespie cannot get any look. Finally gets a look. Yo!
Oh, boy.
Yo! And that
Way
was
downtown.
That was an easy one.
Yeah.
That was right up in his face. He's so good, though, Colin Gillespie. Don't count Villanova out. They're known for a team of having that ability to come back. They stay within their system.
Akinjo, Chachua with Dixon on him. Good hand. Slater collects it. Slater. For Colin Gillespie, he was able to use the dribble to get himself free and drain one from deep. So his first points of the day, 1 for 2 from the floor. And he has been in double figures every game this year.
They're going to start making some of their three balls they're famous for. And with the three ball, you can get back in the game quickly.
Daniels kick out, Archie Diacono. And a tip that ends up in the hands of Cryer. Bears the other way, up by 13. Meyer backing down on the smaller Gillespie. Lost the handle. Akinjo inside. Chachua wouldn't fall.
Chachua himself an easy layup. Should have went up and dunked that ball.
Now that is one thing Villanova has had a number of close looks that they haven't been able to convert, no doubt. Steele and Baylor the other way. And it'll go the other way, Villanova basketball. All right, a reminder, Tuesday night, one college basketball game on ESPN. It should be a great one. Jaden Shackelford leads a balanced attack for number 9. Alabama against Penny Hardaway's Memphis Tigers. Coverage starts 9 Eastern and also available on the App One Tap.
You know, Alabama had that big win over Gonzaga. Memphis on the other side has been a disappointment. They've lost, I believe, now 4 in a row, and they had that great freshman class. I gotta believe that somewhere down the road, Doran and Bates and company will get going and start getting some wins.
And Gillespie hits another.
Just a matter of time. When you can shoot the rock, you can shoot the rock. If I shot it, it'd be Brick City. But that guy, he's a bona fide, big-time college shooter. He's an All-American.
Nova on a 6-0 run.
I told you, never count them out. Never count them out.
Meyer a 3. That's way off. And look at the freshman, Sohan.
Boy, am I impressed with Sohan and Kendall Brown. Their quickness, their hustling ability, excitement. Good move by right now. Scott Drew's got him slowing down a little bit. They were shooting the ball too quickly.
Akinjo a 3. Dixon rebounds. And they're going to get a foul on Sohan. And they'll take it to the other end. It'll be 1-1.
Well, I'll tell you right now, chance to go in single digits. Go in single digits would be big.
No question. So Sohan, his 3rd foul. And Dixon will go to the line with 7.5 seconds left. So, as you said, Dick, if you could get to single digits. Here in Waco, number 2, Baylor, number 6, Villanova. The Bears have been in control, and Dixon not able to hit the front end. Akinjo. Flagler, did he get it off in time? No, and it didn't count, or it didn't go anyway. How about the job the Baylor Bears did defensively in that first half? Last 10 years, that is the lowest total they have had in the first half. Let's go over to Chris Budd with Scott Drew.
Defensively, you limit them to 15 points that first half. What allowed for your guys so good on the defensive side?
Well, I think if you like defensive games, you're loving this one. If you like offense, not so much. But I think both teams had a couple good looks and just missed them. And a lot of that's because the defense has been so intense. We're kind of rushed when you actually get a good look. But we've done a good job getting in transition. We got to keep the defense up, keep getting easy ones when we can.
You know they're a team, though, that can hit some shots and go on some runs. What do you need out of your guys in the second half?
Well, they're the 4th best offense analytically. We're the 6th best offense. So at some point, someone's going to start making shots. It's whoever can keep playing good defense and making them as tough as possible.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Chris, thanks. Scott Drew's team doing a great job on the defensive end. They lead it by 10. We're going to send it to the studio now. Zubin Mehenti, Seth Greenberg, Sean Farnham. 5:15, and you're watching the Big 12 on ABC from the Farrell Center. And Dick Vitale's first trip to Waco. What a day. Pre-game, they honored you with a jersey. You're 42 years prior to this one in broadcasting. The fans giving you love, and certainly everybody honoring you and praying for you, buddy, in your fight against cancer. It's great to be here with you. John Shambi and the Hall of Famer Dick Vitale.
Well, Big, I'm really sorry to get a little emotional with you at halftime when they had that presentation here at halftime, but I'm overwhelmed by the affection and the prayers of many. I just say, I love you. I love you all. Really. I'm so happy to be a courtside.
It's awesome.
Really means so much to me. And the defensive effort we saw by certainly both
pretty
teams
good, right?
Staying in the game.
Baylor was sensational. They held Villanova to 21%.
Unbelievable. And they were not good shots. I mean, they were challenged. Now, they're going to make those little layups on the inside, which they did not do. But I will tell you this, a little warning to the beautiful Bears fans, and I love what they've done here for me today. It's been unreal. But this game's not over. This game is not over.
Yep. So again, Baylor shooting 38% from the floor. Villanova 21%. Tied for the fewest points in any half under Jay Wright. Gillespie was quiet for most of the half. Finally got it going, knocked down a couple of threes. They'll need more of that.
You know, over the years, Don, I've said the first 4 minutes after halftime are vital. And they really are so pivotal right now, I think, to Villanova.
Dixon inside, flips it up, puts it in.
A little flop in there. I thought it was flop in there.
So a flop warning from Keith Kimball.
See, I can see that with one eye. And what a nice drive by Dixon, I'll tell you. He's an improved player. A kid that got stronger physically. Mike Sheridan at Find SID sent me info about that. Mention SIDs. I can't say enough to David Kay. What he has done for me here this weekend, David, you're awesome, baby.
One of the best in the business. There's no question about it. Great at what he does. Brown inside. Hands from Villanova. Kick out. Flagler. And Villanova able to box out it and ends up with Justin Moore as they try and cut into an 8-point deficit.
Shooting 21% at halftime. You're only down 8 against the number 2 team in America.
Yep.
If you people remember, if they win, they'll be number 1. Now, there's any doubt about it. After Purdue was beaten, shocked by Harper and Rutgers.
Dixon not able to hit. Now it's Akinjo and the Bears the other way.
We've commented on the leadership, the veterans out of this Villanova group, and the players. Before they came out of the locker room, they all huddled together. Colin Gillespie, the rest of the leaders on this group, and said, we're not going to let our foot off the gas. We're going to take our shots. They're going to fall. They got together, and they, on 3, ice cold.
Yeah, you look at guys like Samuels and Gillespie who have been through the battles, and here they are in a dogfight on the road against a #2 team in the country.
Both teams really getting after it defensively. It's really created a problem. We haven't had an offensive masterpiece. I mean, those babies are in and out. Good shot by Meyer. No panic. I think Chris covered it well in the first half. No panic out of Villanova. When they were down big, there was no panic on that sideline. And that's the credit to their leader.
Dixon inside, he couldn't hit. Meyer swoops in for the board.
He did everything right except convert. Drove, protected the basketball, just didn't convert.
Akinjo inside, and they get the foul on Brandon Slater.
Guys, I look at the early part of the season. I got my Super 7 guys that have been shining stars. Abaji, certainly down at Kansas, been phenomenal. Banguero down at Duke's been tremendous. Trace Jackson Davis, Indiana. You think about Ivy down at Purdue. You think about the kid right here, Gillespie. Tshiebwe has been unreal for Kentucky. A rebounding machine. Had 25 points yesterday. His teammates didn't help him, but he did a great job. They went 2 for 19, shooting a 3. And you can't forget Drew Timme.
Yep.
Timme's been unreal for Gonzaga. Talked to Dana O'Neill before. She's a fine journalist here. Wrote a great book on the Big East, and she's here. She told me she did an interview with Timmy's parents and family. I remember 3 years ago screaming and yelling in the air at the Bob was using. Timme, the next superstar. But on 8 minutes was unbelievable.
Samuels fans wanted a walk, tried to find Cosby Roundtree, and instead they turned it over.
Tough pass to handle. He shot that from Dallas, man. He thought he was in Dallas. He thought he was visiting our guy, Frischella, down in Dallas.
Inside, and good job by Moore avoiding the defender and putting it in.
6 points, my friend. 6 points. I told you people halftime. This game is not over. Quiet the crowd, too. Those how the crowd gets silent.
Good atmosphere in the first half. Packed house here at the Farrell Center. This has been, Scott Drew said, the hardest non-conference ticket in the history of the program.
Missing easy shots.
Akinjo not able to hit. Thamba got thrown to the floor. And they get Akinjo fouling Gillespie.
They use that pump fake really well. Triple threat position. You can pass, you can shoot, you can drive. So the boy right now with a nice drive on the baseline. Good power, strong move. His stock going up in the eyes of the NBA people. If he comes back, they're going to be really good. Well, they're going to be good anyway. They're always going to get players. It's a hot
Justin
school.
Moore from Maryland played at that national power DeMatha. Of course, it established all those years under the legendary Morgan Wooten.
That's where Mike Bray went. Mike Bray's, he's on cloud nine. He told me he's floating on the campus today. Down South Bend, he's floating. Kid Wesley made a big shot. Piper Dandy for Fighting Irish to beat the Cats. They're flopping there too.
Slater hangs, can't hit.
Baylor's got to get on the board, man. They're struggling to score in the start the half.
Sohan inside, puts it home.
Nice
and a good
there.
feed.
Great pass to get the ball. Sohan with the layup. And that wakes the crowd up a little bit here after half. Now they're getting up. Oh, yeah, they're standing. They're standing. So that's what Baylor is, man. Look, Scott Drew's got the crowd going. He's a cheerleader.
Moore left hand wouldn't go. Gets the rebound. Kick out Samuels.
Great effort by Moore to give him another possession. He's so strong with the ball. But they challenge those three-point shooters.
They challenge everything.
They really do.
And that's going to be on Kendall Brown. 10-point Baylor advantage. 15:42 to go here, second half. NBA scouts that are here. They credentialed 35 NBA scouts representing 26 teams. So a lot of talent on the court, and they're getting a look at all of it.
They came to see you because you know why? You do such a great job with the Cubs. They're like, maybe we're going to take them along, and now we're going to challenge. There's a look at Tom Burnett.
Yeah, he's the D1 basketball committee chair. He is also the Southland Conference commissioner. So, these guys are getting out. They want to see the elite level teams. And so when eventually they got to figure out who the 1 seeds are and the 2 seeds are, they will have up close and personal experience. And that will all go into the mix. Dixon.
Got an open look there. You got to make that little 15-footer when you're down 10. I think I said 6 early. Was 8 was the got it down to 8.
10 right here. 15-20 to go. Baylor with the ball. Cryer here.
Cryer's the leading scorer. Last year didn't hardly have any minutes, but they knew he'd be eventually a player.
John Muchachua.
Strength. Too hard to him shot, but he had body strength. Very physical.
Gillespie.
Nice look by Gillespie.
And he traveled. Dixon travels. It's a turnover.
Yeah, it's a turnover because, again, another defensive good effort. Watch this. Pressure on the ball. Forces, rolls his feet. Oh, he's going to make like a referee now. John Joel wants to be a referee. Get him a whistle. Better not forget the coach's referee. Now we want players to referee.
Baylor by 10 with the ball.
Exciting news for Baylor. Building a beautiful new field house. Going to break ground. It's already dollars are gathered. They got the property. They're going to break ground this summer. It's going to be 7,500 seat people. It's going to be state of the art.
Round to Akinjo. Gets into the paint. Akinjo flips it in. Wow.
Big time drive right there. He protected the basketball. He saw the little gap in the defense. He attacked the gap. Villanova needs a deuce here, or a big 3. Uncle Mo's starting to come back on the side of the Baylor Bears.
Uncle Mo.
Uncle Mo, baby. That Uncle Mo with that football team winning the Big 12 Conference Championship in a dramatic fashion over Oklahoma State. So I like the way they play unselfishly, just like Villanova, always looking for one another, really playing for one purpose. Win as a team, not worried about stats. So many guys you watch play, it's all about stats.
Cryer can't hit. Eventually, Archie Diacono comes up with it. Gillespie with Akinjo right on him.
You young kids out there, watch when Villanova catches a basketball, what their players do. Put those both feet down, set, see that right there? Oh, big 3.
Caleb Daniels drills a 3.
He's been such a plus player for them off the bench through his career. Solid.
A Tulane transfer. Villanova this year, one of 4 Power 5 schools that did not use the transfer portal. So Nova, Purdue, UConn, and Stanford, the only 4 Power 5 teams that did not take a transfer for this season. Sohan, and the foul is on Daniels. Let's take a peek at that Villanova ball movement.
And they reversed the ball really well. And Lowe's looking for the open man with the better shot. There's the look at that ball reversal. Great job of moving that basketball. Got a text from Jimmy Dykes, who does a great job for us, and he said, you know, he had them out in the Bahamas, and he said he's so impressed with Kendall Brown, thinks that his future is unbelievable. Jimmy knows his hoops.
I mean, Jimmy didn't text me. He's got my number.
I'm getting texts from people I haven't heard from in years.
You're big on ABC, baby.
Sohan special. Sohan and Brown. Yeah, I heard the baby. Well, they just reloaded again, Baylor. The names have changed. The results haven't. And they could be our new #1. I don't think there's any doubt whatsoever. If somebody doesn't vote for them #1, if they win this, they should get out of the voting system. Really. Just strictly a biased vote somewhere. Not legit.
Moore step back. Off to the side. Chacho with a rebound.
Yeah, a little bit bump right there. Look at that speed.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
At that speed.
Akinjo, explosive.
Wow, what a show. What an incredible, quick driving move.
Akinjo leading all scorers with 13.
Well, Patrick, you would have let that have back for Georgetown. They had a big win over Syracuse. Oh, great rebound. Great rebound.
Daniels had a good look at it, just couldn't hit it. Akinjo.
You don't hear too many airball counts when Villanova shoots. Wow. Wow, all frustration. Oh, a little frustration right now.
13-point advantage for Baylor. Scott Drew. When we come back, we'll put into context one of the greatest rebuild jobs in the history of the sport. It's the defending national champs, but think about the start. Of course, ranked in 2 games over their first 97 seasons. Dave Bliss out, Scott Drew in. 2003, won single digits his first 3 years, and now 9 NCAA appearances in the last 13 years. One of 4 programs ranked #1 3 times in 17, Duke, Kansas, and Gonzaga, and 34 straight weeks in the AP Top 10. They won their first national championship in school history. When you look at where they came from and what Scott Drew has done and the difficulty that he had, he didn't have his full allotment of scholarships until his 5th year. And again, games as a ranked team in the history of the program, 2 before him, and 287 under Scott Drew. It's been incredible.
He's done a great job. Comes from a great family. Dad, a Hall of Famer down there as the coach of Valparaiso. Homer, his brother, doing a terrific job right now. Bryce with Grand Canyon. They were in the tournament last year.
Chachua inside, strong.
Very strong. He gives them point production in addition to his great rebounding ability. When you chart his rebounds per minute, he's as good as anybody in America.
15-point Baylor advantage, and under 11 to go in this one.
They are really digging in defensively.
Way downtown, that's off the mark.
Well, you know their philosophy is shoot them up or we sleep in the streets.
Yep.
That's Jay Wright told us that before the game. Said he got that from a book he read with Jack Marin. A lot of people don't know the name. I do. That was back years ago.
Pryor buries one. A lot of feed from Flagler, and it is all Baylor. Wow.
Wow. Jay said, you can quote me. If we don't do that, make threes, we're going to sleep in the streets now. He said he got that from Jack Marin, former great player at Duke, NBA player, great shooter, left-hander, years ago. You weren't even born when he played.
Meyer gets the steal.
Oh, they're playing well, moving the ball, driving the basketball. Look at that effort. Look at that effort. Pro Scott's going to like that kid saw it. Oh, look at the defensive effort.
Wow.
Slipping. To be honest with you, Boog, to be honest with you, I am shocked at what we've seen here. I haven't seen a team dominate Villanova like this in quite a while. I mean, they're just dominating the action. That's their defensive effort. Meyer, talk about hustle, talk about defensive transition, talk about effort, talk about energy, talk about enthusiasm, the 3 E's of life. And they got it. They got it, the Baylor Bears. These fans, you are lucky, man. Lucky to have a team and a coach with that kind of leadership leading your program.
Matthew Meyer, kid from Austin, came here and has developed into a really nice player. Let's go over to Chris Budden.
Told me he doesn't really enjoy the attention. He didn't start playing basketball until high school, but now he walks around campus. People want selfies with him after winning a national championship. He said big games like this, though, with the crowds, I used to get really nervous. It showed in the Stanford game. He didn't play well. So before today's game, he said, I'm going to listen to gospel music, and I'm going to envision positive things happening. That's the way he deals with having to play in front of a huge crowd like this.
Well, he's a big-time talent. He can shoot it from deep, and Dick, he's also really athletic, and he can get the crowd going with a big-time dunk.
Tell you one thing, Chris is right, boy. This place is pumped up. You know, preseason, Kansas was #1 conference, Texas 2, and Baylor at 3. I think some people are going to make up for this one. #10, Iowa State. T.J. Hutzenberger and those kids, Brockington and Cal Sure, what a job they've done.
Oh, look at that block. Flow Thamba.
What a defensive stand. The story of the day, defense.
And an offensive foul. It'll go the other way. Thamba doing his Dikembe Mutombo.
Look at Thamba. What great timing of that block. Thamba and Chachua, they really understand their roles. Physical, defense, and rebound. What cultures both these programs have built.
Yep.
We use that term culture a great deal. Winning culture, winning mentality. All about team. T for togetherness, E for effort, A for attitude, and M for toughness. They both really have that, but today it's been just domination by Baylor. Struggle, getting open looks.
Well, folks, Monday Night Football matchup. It is a big one in the NFC West. Matt Stafford and the Rams taking on Kyler Murray and the 10-2 Cardinals. 8 Eastern, ESPN, also ABC, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Plus, and the ESPN app.
I'm nervous as heck. I gave away my season tickets for the Bucks. Play the Bills tonight. Play the Bills. I'm really nervous about that game. Let's go, Tom Brady, baby. Get us a W.
Brown swings it as Flagler has it. Shot clock is under 10.
Oh, wow.
Wave it off, says Ray Natilli.
I thought there was a poor call. I thought that basket should have counted. Watch this drive. He got bumped, knocked out of the way. The ball's up in the air. I really think that's tough taking it away from the kid. What a transfer he was. Came from out of Presbyterian. Tell you about Meyer. Talk about playing hard.
Yeah. Cryer can't hit. Gillespie flies in and pulls it down.
Wow, look at that effort on him. They make him pick up that dribble, man. You guys want to get a clinic and play defense. Watch this team. You coaches, man, that's part of coaching. Getting your kids to play that tough.
And Moore able to bury a three finally.
And that wasn't an easy one either.
Yep.
I mean, the hand was right in his face, square with the body. Justin made a tough shot. Let me shut that from Austin. Guess you don't mention Austin too often here. I don't want to hear about Texas.
Yep. All Baylor in this one. Shot clock under 10. The Bears holding Villanova to 15 in the first half. Thamba there. Offensive rebound.
Is there another possession? He got bumped.
Baylor in control. They've been doing it all day on the defensive end. The #2 team in the country leads by 15. Well, Scott Drew's team leading by 15. That Purdue team took out Villanova in Connecticut earlier this year. That was a really good basketball game.
Tell you one thing, it's not going to be easier for Villanova. They go on a road to Creighton, who last night they blew out a really good BYU team, top 25 team in the country. I mean, that Big East is tough. They beat the Big Ten head-to-head, 6-2. I think in a matchup right now, my numbers tell me, and again, I could be wrong here. I'm just trying to jot this down. I think they're up 5-3 right now when you look at the Big East versus the Big 12.
Flagler hands and able to get it to go.
Oh, they love playing with each other. They love. I think the athleticism, the rotation defensively, the defensive mindset has been the difference in this game.
Gillespie will try, and that one misses all of it. 17-point Baylor advantage. Folks, Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. It is a must-have for Big 12 fans. Get more than 180 men's and women's college basketball games throughout the season, including this one. K-State women host Oregon Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're a Big 12 fan, you've got to have it.
But they had to replace a legend who coached here in the women's program, now at LSU. Did a phenomenal job.
Here's Akinjo.
But they got themselves a good one. 5 years she coached in the pros. Akinjo really playing well. Oh, look at Scoundrel. Does he get paid as a cheerleader? Is that part of his contract, Bo?
Akinjo is 16. And the lead is 20. Inside, and Dixon is fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Shows you what I know about basketball. Flying up here, my wheels up, man, got me here yesterday. I'm telling you, I said to my wife, hon, get braced. We're going to have a classic. A one-play barn burner. That's my wife, Lorraine. She looks mesmerized. She's sitting with Chip and Joanna Gaines. Oh, man, I never expected this. Yeah. Never expected this. I'm going to give a little shout out also. Last night we had a great dinner, all of us. The Campbells, what a great job they did. Bring that Italian food, and with two paisans like you and me, I think we went at it pretty big.
We did. We had a good night.
Also want to thank Dr. Gilliam. Really, his support last night really helped me big time. Thank you, Dr. Gilliam.
Akinjo into the front court as we close in on 5.5 to go, second half, and it is all Baylor.
Akinjo, he really set the tone with his aggressiveness offensively.
No doubt. Off the glass and good for Adam Flagler.
Well, my friends, the Jayhawks better lace him up. The Longhorns better lace him up. They better lace him up. This team's not going to go down easily, I'll tell you that. To anybody. They were athletic, they were tough, and they got a lot of pride defensively.
Meyer tips it out of bounds.
They're making the number 6 team in the country look like an average basketball team, and a team that would be a lot higher, but had 2 tough losses on the road to UCLA, where they're up 10 in the second half, and they're up 10 on Purdue. Second half, lost 2 tough games to quality, big-time elite programs.
Meyer gets the block of the Samuels, attempted a 3.
What a defense. This is the best defensive effort I've seen this year. This is the best defensive effort I have witnessed this year. I've watched a lot of games when I'm bored, sitting at home doing nothing.
More up ahead, and he puts it in.
Finally get an easy basket.
Timeout, Villanova, 18-point advantage, break in the action. And it's all Bears in Waco. I tell the story of this game has been the Baylor defense.
Look at the effort right there by Meyer. That's down the inside, Bamba. Challenging every shot. Rotate over, they're there. Unbelievable.
Another Jay Wright, all-time lows, 40 points. Right now, they're at 29, and today they are shooting 23% from the floor.
Well, in the Big 12 Big East matchups, right now we got Providence over Texas Tech, Xavier over Oklahoma State, Butler over Oklahoma, Marquette over Kansas State. Seeing all over Texas. We got Big 12, Kansas over St. John's. Iowa State over Creighton. West Virginia over Connecticut. So it's 5-3. It'll be 5-4, and the Big East to show how good the conference is. They also beat the Big 10 6-2.
Slater comes away with it and gets it to Gillespie. Now Daniels. I mean, it's like there's extra guys on the floor for Baylor. Is the way it feels. Moore flips it up and it won't go. Sohan the rebound.
They move the basketball, which is typical Villanova. Pass the ball, but it's a rotation. The guy's right there.
It feels like 5-on-6 at times.
That's pretty good. I like that. I used to do that in practice when I coached. The first team gets some challenges.
Akinjo, quick step, little short rebound, Villanova. And a foul on Baylor. Our under 4 timeout. Baylor fixing to be the #1 team in the country. Yeah, this is the last day of Jimmy V Week. V.org/donate if you want to help out. But I mean, a day in the life. I mean, here you are doing the chemo, the blood work, and I know it's taking a lot out of you.
You know, I return to that tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow morning, I have to go in for blood work. And all cancer patients know that. It's a journey, just not the chemo. It's the blood counts, the blood work, the scans, the kind of evaluations. It's a regular thing, but you know what? I'm ready for the challenge because of all the people, their prayers, the emotion that they've lifted me with is unbelievable. And I'm going to beat this. And I hope every other cancer patient understands. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Jimmy's battle.
Samuel's left hand wouldn't go. Fight for that loose ball. Baylor comes away with it.
Hey, but am I looking at the right score? 47-29?
You are, yes.
29?
Yes.
That sounds like a football score.
I know it.
Baylor, a big-time elite football program, playing Villanova in football, who has a good program, but certainly not on their level. You'd expect that score. Not basketball, 47-29? They average 78 points a game, Villanova.
Sohan. And Daniels with the rebound. Villanova just has not been able to find the range offensively. Active Baylor hands, that's been the story.
It's been really all Baylor defensively. I'll go on record saying this. I'm not saying it's going to definitely happen, but eventually, the way this club plays defense, I think their defense can even be better than last year with Davian Mitchell and company as a team. This defensive effort by not 3 players, 4, but a whole team has been so special.
Sohan, the freshman from England, knocks it down with his fresh new do, the blue-gray look.
His stock goes up on that shot. 35 scouts like that. Right now, the NBA draft has, right now, they got Brown at 19. They got Jeremy at 40 and Meyer at 54. They do not have any Villanova players in the top 100.
I asked an NBA scout who was here who are the top prospects on the court, and he said the 2 Baylor freshmen, more than likely. Timeout on the court, back at 30. I could use a new convertible. Am I eligible? I can get involved here. $100.
Can you afford $100?
I'm in.
All right, good. Hey, people, just go to dickvitale.com, get your raffle ticket. We sell out 1,500. We did the first 2 cars, sold out quickly because the people in Carolina, Michigan, they just bought them right away. So people go to dickvitale.com and get my new book, The Game I Love. Features some stories there about Baylor, Villanova. That just came out. And you can get it at dickvitale.com. And all my dollars, all, not 60 cents, every dollar I make goes towards kids battling cancer. Our galas raised $44 million so far. We hope to go over the $50 million mark. We got Chris Everett, we got Scott Drew, we got Keyshawn Johnson, and we're going to give a Courage Award to Rod Gilmore. May 6th. May 6th is a beautiful Ritz-Carlton. And my wife better convince the Gaines to be at the gala honoring honoring Scott. If she didn't, I'm telling you, I'm picking up the phone, calling my buddy up, John Moran, a lawyer, and said, Lorraine let me down.
You can't
She let me
that.
down. No, I would never do that. She's the best thing in my life. Best thing that's ever happened to me. It was the greatest recruit I ever got when I recruited her years ago.
I'm pretty sure she's talking to, yes, you know she's talking to Fran Fraschilla's best recruit ever. That's Meg Fraschilla right there, yep. So Lorraine and Meg having a chat.
51 years we're married. Best 51 years of my life. Well, this game is academic, my friend. It's been for a while.
No doubt. And right now, this is going to be the lowest point total in the history of Villanova's program under Jay Wright.
Well, Jay told us before the game. He said before the game, well, we shoot them up, we make the threes, we live like a king.
Yep.
If we don't, we're going back to Philly and sleeping in the streets. Sleeping in the streets.
No doubt.
And so we're going to sleep in the streets.
That kind of says it all right there. Wrestling for the jump ball. It goes to Villanova, but in a 21-point game, the Baylor starters, a lot of them still out there.
Now we get them out. Get them out.
Yep.
Get them out. Wow. I've never seen a Villanova team recently really embarrassed like this. Jen's beautiful wife, Patty. Just good people, and he'll get them back. He'll get them back.
Slater hangs, can't hit. Tip wouldn't go. Loose ball tipped out. Moore flips it up and score the basket.
Do me a favor. People probably don't know what we mean about sleeping in the streets and shooting. Explain to the people what Jay means.
Yeah, I mean, so again, he said it's a phrase that he stole, but it's basically you put them up, and if they go in, they love you, and if they don't go in, you can't go sleep at home. They make you sleep in the streets. So he jokingly said before the game, if they don't go in today, yeah, they're probably going to make us sleep in the streets. So
he said you could quote me on that.
Yeah. I believe that last foul was on Sohan. It's his fifth. He's done. He fouls out with 9, and the freshman from England gets a nice hand. Wow, does he give them an athletic, dynamic energy. Continues to learn. And with Purdue's loss to Rutgers, you're very likely looking at the new #1 team in the country. So the defending national champs, the Baylor Bears, are #1 again, more than likely.
And they extend their record at home. They get the longest winning streak at home in the history of the school within 17. Now it goes to 18. And you're right, they're going to be #1, no doubt. You know, Harper don't want to sing his praises. His effort against Purdue, not only the dramatic shot, but shot after shot, play after play, was unreal. His daddy had to be real proud. Dad played 5 championship teams in Chicago with the Bulls.
I still think Matt Painter's got one of the best teams in the country.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it. There he goes.
Chamba Chachua. The exclamation point.
Chachua finished it up strong. Tell you one thing, Jay's going to use this film quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we'll use this video to tell you that he likes to teach with that.
He's now 0-3, or will be 0-3 all time against Baylor. And I still think Dickie B, they just ran up against a buzzsaw today, but I still think Villanova is probably one of the best 6, 7, 8 teams in the country.
Well, the record certainly shows that. Shows it, but today they ran into a great defensive effort.
And a foul on Baylor right there. John Shambi, Dick Vitale, Chris Budden here in Waco. #6 and #2 in this one. all Baylor, the #2 team in the country.
You know, last night was a great example for us how valuable the sports information directors are across this country. What they do for us is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Don't make enough money, don't get enough credit, work unbelievable hours, and all I can simply say to Mike Sheridan and to David Kay, thank you.
There's David Kay. It was great, great work.
People don't realize what he did, and I will not explain, but last night, what he did for me was unbelievable.
Fans a little frustrated, not sure why they're fouling there. They got Slater with his 4th.
I think of Villanova, one name pops in my eyes all the time. Rolly Massimino. As good as it gets, the Paisan. Oh, he was, talk about an intense competitor. Lost his life to cancer. Rolly was so special. I remember 1985, sitting there, one of my first assignments for ESPN over the years, going to Final Fours. And first one I went to was 83, Jimmy V's, and then I followed that up with 84 and 85 as the Massimino with that perfect game.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more impactful games in the history of the sport.
Absolutely.
Villanova upsetting that great, great Georgetown team. Archie Diacono.
Archie's brother got a nice pro career. Nice play by Archie right there. Good fake.
A little short on that one.
Did a good job, don't get free for that shot.
Longino can't hit. And with 4.1 to go, a foul and a fight for the loose ball.
Incredible.
Wow, if they played hard.
Play hard, play well, offensively really attack. We're going to have a special gala with Scott Drew there, Chris Everett. I just hope I'm there.
You'll be there.
I'll be there. I will be there. I'm going to beat this disease.
You know, I never thought when the student section was holding up those cupcakes that it would mean anything, but wow. Chamo Chachua says, let's go. And a 21-point win for the Baylor Bears as they knock off Villanova. Absolutely throttled them.
Yep. Dominated. Took command right away defensively. And never let up. Never let up.
Well, Dickie B, I appreciate the time today. It's great spending the day with you, pal.
Oh, it's great being with you. Had a great time eating a lot of Italian food. Had a good time watching a brilliant defensive effort. Great defensive effort, man. Unbelievable. Baylor.
No doubt about it. For Dick Vitale, Chris Budden, and our entire outstanding crew here in Waco, all Baylor, 57-36 the final here on ABC. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon from Waco. See you later, everybody.